Alrighty guys, welcome back. So today we're currently back out here at the property at the house. It's around 12:50 right now, and pretty much all morning I've been in the shop, doing some rearranging, some cleaning. Got a couple nice workbenches set up in there. And so I figured it'd be about time just to head on down to the shop and dealership, see how that's going, whatnot. See how many of the vehicles out front have sold, see what else I can put up out there. But one of my buddies a little bit ago has just gone ahead and given me a call, so I received a call from him, and I'd answered it, and he works at, it's a funny story, he works at the dealership on the other side of town out there a little ways, and my dealership and shop is over on that side of town a little ways, alright? So, a little bit of backstory. I know it's kind of funny, he doesn't work at mine, and their dealership isn't really like a competitor or anything. Mine's a little bit different. They get in new vehicles like the newest Toyotas and stuff like that, and Nissans. Like, they have that kind of dealership. Mine, if you guys are not already familiar with it, pretty much I just get a line of 6 or 7 vehicles out every day. It's mainly a shop, but I also sell trucks out of there as well. And I take you guys along in the videos when I go ahead and pick up vehicles for cheap. I do builds on them, such as engine swaps, building engines, lift wheels and tires. Like, this is going to go up for sale here soon with another set of wheels I'm going to put in the shop to sell separately. This may go up for sale. I don't really know. There's a couple different vehicles I have out still at the shop. I just need to run by there, see what's sold so far today. In this past week I've sold 3, so that's pretty good, and the shop has been doing very well, booming in business. So, we're making that money, and the paychecks are coming in, so that's good. But anyways, on to my story. One of my buddies that works on the dealership, or works at the dealership on the other side of town, he went ahead and gave me a call and was telling me about the owner of that dealership has gone ahead and passed away. Very sad. Rest in peace to him. Now, that dealership has been around for a very long time. Apparently, it was gone through the last owner's whole family. Alright, so it's been around for super long time, around the Ford Model T and Model A eras. Alright, now rumor has it that at that dealership, there's a couple of shops there in the back as well, but they're just kind of like dealership shops. Like, at my shop you can bring in any vehicle, not brand name, and I don't get really brand name parts like Ford parts and stuff like that, So mine's a little bit different. But anyways, in one of their shops that the owner owned, was behind the dealership itself, and rumor has it that there's a Ford Model A and a Ford Model T back there. Now, the rumor, the Ford Model A and Ford Model T is confirmed to be back there, and the owner that's just recently passed, he did own them. But the rumor is that they actually came from that dealership originally back in, I don't know, it was a lot of years ago, right when it opened pretty much. So, I don't really know how true that is, if they're actually originally from that dealership or not. It'd be pretty cool, but I thought it'd be a good video to run down there today. I don't know if I'm going to take the Ferrari, the 6.0, I don't know, the 2500 here, Cummins, or I believe, is this my Cummins one? Not my Cummins one, this is my Duramax swap one. Yeah, I think it is. But I think we're going to run down there in the Ferrari today, might as well. Alright, here's the Ferrari. Showed you guys it a couple of videos ago. So we're just going to run down there, take a look at the Ford Model A and the Ford Model T, see what it's all about, and hopefully, while that's warming up, I'm going to talk to you guys for another second. Hopefully, I got some money in the bank. I think we can go ahead and just check them out. Look at them. That'd be a pretty good video if I don't buy them today, but you guys know me. I'll probably buy them today. And we got multiple shops back here. But we have 2 big garage bays and so much space in there. I can pull them in there, park them, let them sit, work on them occasionally, bring them out occasionally, and just, give them a good life. I'm going to keep them for a rainy day. We're going to keep them back there for safe keepings, alright? So that's if we buy them today. Not too sure, but we gotta run down there in the Ferrari. We got to check out the Ford Model A and the Ford Model T. And, yeah, as I already said, my buddy said, from what the owner said, his exact words was that the Ford Model A and the Ford Model T back there are originally from the dealership as soon as it opened. Alright, back in a lot of years ago. I forget the exact year it opened, but you guys get the point. It's been around a little while. And they were selling Ford Model A and Ford Model A's and Ford Model T's out of there originally. Now, guys, this is the question. I don't know. Do I take the long way up into town or just go a short way? I think I'm going to go the short way. We're in a Ferrari. No time wasted here. And let's just go ahead and take this turn here. Also, guys, went ahead and sold the OBS. Went ahead and come and swapped it before I sold it. Very good truck. That 7.3 is just having so many problems, you know. Figured I'd come and swap it. So it's got a nice old 5.9 in it, and put an adapter on the transmission. So it's still the same old 5-speed. And now it runs like a beast, and got a tuner set up on it and whatnot. That truck is something else now. So I hope that owner is enjoying it. So we are almost on 136 here, and my dealership is out that way, but we're going to go and take a right today, roll through town just a little bit, and the dealership is right up here. Now, he said they're parked outside the shop in the back where he's kept them forever, but they're just getting stuff out for family to take, see what they're going to sell and whatnot. And I don't know, they seem pretty dead set on selling the Ford Model A and T that they do have parked back here, so let's go ahead and park the Ferrari here. Alright, there we are. Now, I'm going to go ahead and walk in, talk to my buddy for a bit, talk to the other workers, see what I can find out. And you guys already know I own part of this shop, but which is kind of funny. This is where I got started out of, for those guys that don't know. But behind this shop, and I don't know if they parked them around that way or whatnot, but I know they've been clearing out this shop all weekend, alright? So yeah, the original owner of this dealership that has recently passed, he owned this part of the shop, which is more of like the dealership shop. I own this, but I do let them use it a little bit, but I know they don't keep their stuff in it. And because I got a nice lift in there and stuff and lots of parts. But then this one was the main one where he kept most of his stuff, so it's probably in there if they didn't already pull it out, see what they're going to sell, all that good stuff, see if they're going to keep, and what's going to family and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and go on in here and catch you guys once I'm done talking to him. Alrighty, guys, so I talked to my buddy, and he's going to come out here in a minute. He said they're out here, so I can feel free to look at them. I don't know where they parked them over here at. Hope it's not on the side of my building. I'm not too sure. Oh, and they are. So I think they just took it out of that door and backed it on up. Alright. You know it'd look good, but I would never keep a car this nice. Now, this is the Ford Model A, I believe. Yeah, this is the Ford Model A, I think. But I would never keep a vehicle this old and nice in here. This is kind of more of my backup workshop. I just couldn't do it, even though it would be easy just to open up the door once I pay him all cash, get the whole deal figured out, and be able to pull it on in there. But man, this thing is clean, and I know there's been some work done to it. Maybe the vehicle itself did come originally from the dealership. Not too sure the whole original backstory, but I hear that this vehicle did come from the dealership over there. Pretty cool, because this was a lot of years ago. But man, look at this thing. This thing is nice. A lot of detail. Super clean. And I like the different colors. I don't know how it looked originally. If it was actually driven a lot back then. Who really knows. And if he redid the paint on the wheels and the frame and stuff like that. I don't know. But the Ford model, that's the A. So where's the Ford Model T? There it is. Just look at that. Oh, I'm slow. This is the Ford Model A. The A came first. The T is right there. This is the more modern style of the old vehicles. Alright. My bad, guys. This is the Ford Model T right here. More practical vehicle. Lot more sales were made with this vehicle. But the main thing that's going to be very pricey is this Ford Model A. The first ever model of Ford. And this thing is just... it's just insane. I forget like the engine and everything. And I do know it was a crank over with your hand. Pretty neat. Imagine getting up for work every morning, you know, wherever you were working back then in those olden days, and cranking over your Ford Model A and heading in town with your wooden wheels. And yeah, that's your brake light back there. Really just, it's this simple. Alright guys, look at this thing. This thing is sweet. So I'm going to go ahead and wait for my buddy to come on around here. Maybe we can take it for a test drive. I don't really know. We're going to find out. Catch you guys once he's out here. And maybe I can take one of these, if not both, for a test drive and get the sale finished. I don't know if we'll get the sale finished today, but for sure we're looking at them. This is just crazy, guys. This is just crazy to have a vehicle this nice, Ford Model T, out of anything, parked outside one of my shops. So I'm gonna go and talk to my buddy, see what we can do, talk about a test drive. So catch you guys to that. Alrighty guys, keys are in hand for both. Gonna take them for a test drive. I'm just curious to see the interior of this one. Yeah, let's just get right into it, guys. Alright, now this one actually had electric start. This one isn't a hand crank over. Oh, would you listen to that? Oh, the steering wheel. No power steering. Obviously, because power steering didn't come in till the till 70s, I'd say. This is way before 70s. Oh, this thing is it's just so crazy. So let's go ahead and peel out of here, shall we? Alright, this thing's got some pep in it. Wonder how old the gas is that this thing's running on. My buddy's already been driving it around, almost got into an accident with it already. I would be I'd be crushed, and literally crushed, not just my heart. Let's go ahead and take it down the road, topping out at 21 miles an hour here. Pretty solid. Yeah, I mean 21 miles an hour. I mean, how much faster do you need to go in this thing? And the steering, oh, I gotta steer with all my might. And I mean, it gets up to speed pretty quickly. And there are security cameras over here. I wonder what they're thinking, seeing a dude drive a Ford Model T. We're saving the gotta build up some strength, you know. Driving this thing, gotta build up some strength so we can crank over our Ford Model A, soon to be our Ford Model A. Alright, now let's turn on in here. I mean, this thing is not slow, just saying. Let's go ahead and pull up right here, and the brakes as well. I bet they're like wooden pads or something. No, I'm just kidding. Probably on this. I don't really know what there is for brakes. I know it's probably the shift lever. I forget how these Ford Model A works, but these things are just incredible. These things are crazy. Alright. Got it all hand cranked over. It's time to take it for a rip here, shall we? Good old wooden steering wheel on the wooden wheels. This thing's going to ride like a dream. Now, I am not going to drive it down there, but we are going to carefully take it on through here. We're not going to give it the beans yet, but we are going to just take it on through here. And I'm not going to buy it today. I did figure out, still got to pull cash, and you know, it is getting later in the day, and I am not taking this thing on any highways. This thing tops out at 11 miles an hour, so let me go and check my phone real quick. 11 miles an hour. That is crazy, but how much faster do you need to go? You know, it's better than walking. Alright, so here's the game plan. I'm not driving on the highway, so what we're going to do, and this thing does not get up to about 5 miles an hour, faster than molasses, I'd say. So let's go ahead and get a little GoPro 360 clip here. Oh, look at this thing. I wonder how many of these things were on the road as soon as they released. Just cruising down the street and my Ford Model T. Alright, going up the road, past another one doing 11 miles an hour. Wonder what I bet they didn't have speed limit signs. I mean, no one's speeding in these. Wonder if anybody turbocharged these, you know, back in the day, putting exhaust on it. Well, they don't have mufflers, so I don't know what exhaust you'd be putting on it. And the brakes, there aren't none. You need to put them in reverse. You need to, like, kind of, you know, knock it down to reverse a little bit just to slow it down only by using the motor. So that's it for the Ford Model A and the Ford Model T. I'm going to go ahead and open up this shop door. Or, well, my buddy's going to, because he actually has the keys to it. And we are going to park these bad boys in here tonight and tomorrow. Going to get the money situated. We're going to get everything in line. Going to talk to some of his family about it. Make sure they're all in, because most of them know me. I'm pretty familiar with this at this other dealership here, and of course mine up the road, so they know me. And I'm gonna have a chat with them, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna be okay with these things going to a new home. I have a good enough amount of money with their name on it for the Ford Model A here and the Ford Model T. So with that, guys, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you haven't already. And with that one, catch you guys tomorrow, and hopefully these will be in my shop up in town. And I'm just super stoked they both run. You know, took a little bit of strength to, you know, crank this bad boy over. But overall, it was okay. Been buying now, you know, been buying Fords since they pretty much were made. So with that, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new and haven't already. And with that one, catch you guys very, very soon in the next one.